guys, happy Wednesday. It's April 1st, which means it's April Fool's Day. I hope you all are having a great day. Our error analysis for today is going to be about absolute value. So we talked about absolute value right before we got out for our extended time away from school. And so in order to solve this problem, we need to review what absolute value means and what it is. So I want you to take a second and I want you to think about what absolute value is and what's all the things you remember about absolute value. If you remember correctly, absolute value is how far away the distance between a number and zero. If I have a number line, now I had zero, let's say I go 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3, and -1, -2, and -3. Let's say I was looking at 3. How far away is 3 from 0? We start at 0, we make 1, 2, 3 hops. So the absolute value of 3, so we write absolute value like this, the absolute value of 3 is going to be 3. So what if we wanted to look at -3? How far away is -3 from 0? So we do the same thing. We'd start at 0, and there'd be 1, 2, 3 hops to -3. So the absolute value for -3 would be 3. So we would write it, absolute value of -3 equals 3. It's not always the opposite, it's the distance between that number and 0. So our problem says, Jeff solved the problem below. His work and answer is in bold. What is the absolute value of 4? Explain your answer. So Jeff's answer was the absolute value of 4 is -4 because the absolute value of a number is the opposite of the number. So I want you to pause the video and I want you to find Jeff's mistake and be able to explain it. All right, so we talked about how absolute value is the distance of a number from 0. Is it the opposite of a number? Not necessarily. If we look at negatives, let's say the absolute value of -2, it's going to be the opposite. It's going to be 2, but the absolute value of 2 is just going to be 2 because we're looking at the distance. So we could say Jeff's error was that he said absolute value is the opposite when it is actually the distance from 0. Okay, so what would the absolute value of 4 be? So if we look at our number line, put 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. How far is 4 from 0? It's 1, 2, 3, 4 places from 0. So the absolute value of 4 is going to be 4. So we'd say the absolute value of 4 is 4 because 4 is 4 spaces away from 0. And that's our error analysis problem for today.